I wanted to talk about why consumers don't care about company profit. But the answer is obvious, which is yeah, people want to spend less money on things in general. They don't want to spend money on pointless. Well, it's not pointless. Sometimes people buy grocery is a necessity, but there are other options, and people basically have control on what they spend, but they choose the more expensive route just because they like so and so product. But when the prices increases, they complain without thinking what's going on in the back end. I want to go deeper into the topic of why customers don't care about companies' profit. Because people like to think they are fair people, but in reality, they're selfish. I make a lot of videos talking about how selfish I made a lot of videos talking about how selfish people are, and their selfishness goes against many moral ideology that they believe in, such as, for example, electric cars. People think that they are helping the planet by buying an electric car, but when I explain to them that lithium ion mining is very bad for the planet and it can reverse whatever they think they're doing, and it's arguably more worse than burning fossil fuel, but when you go on to explain this situation to them, they just don't really care or they ignore it because that just throws out their efforts and their belief that they are helping the planet, but they are just simply deeply virtual signaling. And as a result, they just don't want to listen because they realize that deep down inside they don't really care about the planet. They just want to show people how good they are. Just a few days ago, I was talking to my neighbor. She was complaining about how expensive grocery is. She bought a whole chicken for $5, and this is very expensive to her. And now this lady, she's not impoverished. She's a pretty well-off lady. I don't know how she has so much money, but she's the kind of lady that gets the newest iPhones and drives a BMW, a deadly SUV BMW that's also electric. But she's so insistent on why a whole chicken costs $5 is expensive. That I cannot wrap my head around. She makes more money than me and she's complaining about a chicken costing $5, and I'm just here thinking, oh yeah, a Subway sandwich for $7, that's a pretty good deal. I worry about the store because $5 for a whole chicken is dirt cheap. I can't imagine the profit that this store is making, because if you think about it, you have to consider the production of the chicken. You have to breed it, you have to put it in, and then the real estate required. You have to have space to let the chicken grow. The time it takes, right? Chicken doesn't, even with hormones, they take like around 2, 3, 4, 5 months to grow into proper selling size. And then the resources consumed. You had to give them water, you had to give them food to eat, which costs resources, and then shipping. You had to ship them to a store to sell, and then you had to butcher it, make it proper, bag it up for a consumer to purchase, and then the store has to take a piece of the profit, and then the inventory and etc. Just like a bunch of other stuff. How can you sell a whole chicken for $5? To me, that is baffling. I'm thinking this store is probably going under without even realizing it, because $5 for a whole chicken, I cannot see how that is possible. Someone is definitely making less than $1 per an hour, somewhere along that line. And she goes on to tell me how much she cares about the environment, and every time she noticed me, she would snap her strings on a mask so it doesn't snack on a porpoise throat. And I would look in the garbage can and see all the other masks that are not snapped, so I know she's just faking it and putting up a show as a attempt in virtual signaling. But I don't really point it out because I don't really want drama with this lady, because she is just not right in the head, and I don't think I want any of her heat. So I just let her be. And you can say that these people that are complaining about prices of goods in a store, they don't understand how a business works. So when a price is raised, they think the company is being greedy, but also at the same time, they're the type of people that don't mind paying premium for a phone from a premium company that is making excessively large profit margins. which you can't blame them because company needs to charge a premium price to market themselves as premium, even though they don't know what to do with their excess money. It's mostly a flex for investors. They see a company that has a lot of money, they think, oh wow, this company is doing real good for themselves, maybe I should invest in them, just in case if they start popping off and they split their stocks, I could get a big chunk of money. People should understand business even if they don't have one. I'm not telling people to understand, I'm saying they are supposed to understand if they are adults. Life is business. You make friends that will do you favors and you do them favors in return. You won't do excess for a person you don't care about because that person don't have what you want, which is either their help with something or their love, their attention, something this person that they have you want, which is why you would go and get them lunch, cook them dinner, or just spend your valuable time with them because you think this person has something you want. Like, or maybe this person might be my lifelong partner. I want to spend more time with him, and then maybe this person will help me have the kids that I want. Because this person treats me well, I want to treat that person well too. That's business, not in a nutshell. And overall, I see a person that complains about price of a good, I see them as immature people because there are so many options out there. You don't have to just buy a chicken for $5. If you think that's expensive, then how about you move to a more expensive well, actually that wouldn't make sense, but how about you just buy something even more cheap? Go buy some Cheerios or whatever, some crappy food that has no nutritional value, and then you will stop complaining about the price. $5 is for a whole chicken. You know how much that could feed? Like you could feed a whole family with a whole chicken. You could definitely feed me with a whole chicken for a whole day. I'll be very pleased to have a whole chicken. It's just that I don't want to eat it every day, but the nerve that these people have thinking that $5 for a whole chicken is a ripoff. Like, what was the price? I didn't even bother to ask her for the price, what price it was before. It was probably even less. The fact that she's complaining about it is most likely less than $5. But I don't know. Maybe I'm out of the loop and the inflation is just a illusion that we are all living in for some reason. Anyways, thanks for watching. See ya.